Are you planning to shoot a feature film, a short film, a documentary, or a TV commercial here in Kenya? Hold up. Before you roll that camera, I want you to understand there are legal documents that you will need to have in place before you go start shooting, so that you avoid rubbing your shoulders with the law, something that you will end up regretting later and maybe not having a smooth run while filming your project. So on this video today, I'm going to take us through just to understand some of these legal documents that you need to have, and where are you going to get these legal documents. Because also, I know some of us, many of us have been victims of these things, and some of us ignore them. Tunaziangalilia huko tu, tunaziachana nazo, like it's because they're very expensive sometimes to get, and they're very hectic also to get, so they require a lot of maybe procedure and stuff like that. So sometimes they're very hard for you to just access such documents. But now I'm going just to take us through so that you have an understanding. Ndio manze usishikwe pale nje unashinda umeenda ma documents alafu umeshikwa na kanjo, hata pia wajui ni sheria gani, pia wewe hujui ni sheria gani wanakushikia. Mnakaa hapo mnachanganyikiwa. I know my rights. Which rights do you know? Anyway, the first document that you'll need to have, that you'll need to have in possession while going out there to filming, is called a filming license. So what is a filming license? A filming license is a document that allows you to shoot that particular project that you have identified and that you want to shoot, or that story you want to tell. And where do you get the filming license from? You get the filming license from the Kenya Film Classification Board, KFCB. Ndio wanakupatia filming license, whether you're going to shoot a short film, a documentary, a TV series, a TV commercial. And watu wa KFCB wakupea license jameni. And licenses ranges from 5,000 to 15,000. So of course, last I checked, short films and music videos and these short videos commercials zina range 5,000 bob. Then for feature films, those are 15k. TV series, I think pia season per season is 15k, I think so. Yeah. So having known all this, where do these things come from? This was a law that was initiated way back by our grandfathers and the great people, like people from the uko Europe. Walikuja wakaeka sheria wakasema act inaitwaje, the cap 222. Sijui film and stage play act. Manze, that law is very old. It's older than some of us. Even it's older than a lot of things. Right now we are operating in the age of YouTube, and they are not thinking of even reviving the law. Manze, nyinyi watu wa gava muangalie bana. Saizi tuko era ya YouTube. The law is older than YouTube. How are you expecting it to operate? Manze, pia nyinyi mko serious bana, muangalie hizo vitu. We don't want to be having a lot of problems while shooting. You film social media content, you are arrested to give out licenses, yet the licenses were meant for films. So anyway, back to my story. Like, we just need to understand this, because these are documents that we need to have, because that is what the law requires. Because utaenda mahali pale umeshikwa uko kotini unasema sasa unajua sahi tuko era ya YouTube, utaambia judge anagonga hivi nyundo akipiga judgment, wewe kuisha pale, sasa mambo itakuwa nini? But anyway, it's important. Make sure you go acquire them. If you're a foreigner and you don't have a filming license, you acquire a filming license from a local agent. So people register as local agents so that they can be able to acquire the licenses for foreigners. Okay, so there's somebody who is a foreigner who has come to Kenya to shoot to shoot a movie, to shoot a documentary. They'll go through a local agent who will be able to apply for them the filming license. And when you're applying for filming license, unapeleka nini? Number one, unapeleka huko script yako, screenplay, unapeleka synopsis, unapeleka logline, unapeleka treatment. Alafu kitu kingine unaongeza ni shooting schedule. Taking us to the next document that you need after shooting schedule. You need a shooting permit. Yes, from who? KFCB. Now, a shooting permit allows you to shoot the content anywhere in this country, and it just permits you to shoot content anywhere in this country, but it's still limited to where you're shooting, because you can go shoot in private spaces, and you also need, or something we'll talk about, location permits. So Hizi shooting permits unapewa kulingana na schedule. Umesema film yako ni ya TVC yako unaishoot for 4 days ama 5 days. So if you're shooting your TVC for 5 days, it means you're going to get to pay 1,000 bob for each day of filming to be permitted to film. Guys, are we paying double? Like tumepata license, tena tunalipa permit ya kushoot. Then tena tukienda kwa set ya mtu mwingine, private property, we have to pay again. So and then you're like, then tena ukienda kwa park, unalipa fee park from KWS or people of the sort. Yeah, guys, so these things, the law, mimi naongea tu from the law point, msifikirie mimi ati ninaongea za jaba, na I'm talking from the law point, like what the law requires of you. You as a filmmaker, you need to know these things, okay? Usiseme ati sikujua, sikukuwa na time ya kusoma sheria, ni understand. Najaribu kukudisseminate hapa information so that you understand what happens. Then the other document that you need to have is location permits and release. Yes. Hii sasa tena ni document ingine yenye watu tuna-assume sana kwa sababu people go shoot to private properties and friends properties and maybe your relatives properties, and then you say like, si tumeshoot kwa anko, sasa kwa nini anko tena anatulipisha pesa ya kushoot? Guys, these things are somehow important because you never know. Sometimes you might, let me give a scenario. Hii movie unaweza shoot saizi, this is 2025, then back in ikifika 2030 the movie has become a hit. Saizo mlikosana na anko yako aone loophole, aseme na by the way ile vichana hawakulipa ile location niliwasaidia pure. Sawa, what does he do? Anaenda na wasiu, anaenda naandika pale kwa court, at these people trespassed to my premises and they used my premises without paying me, without notifying me. Now utaenda kupinga, it's your word against his, na yeye asha file na lawyer pale wamemwambia hii maneno unataka pesa ngapi tuchukue pale, these people should pay me almost 3 million. Okay, don't worry, we are going to milk 3 million from them, the movie is trending. Anyway, so the whole thing becomes fracas, like become chaos, because people will be suing you. But now, if you get like a simple agreement, just get a simple agreement. Use whatever ChatGPT to generate for you a simple agreement. Yenye anko yako assign, nimepeana hii nyumba ishutiwe, your mother signs, your friends, everybody, even me myself, hapa kwa ofisi nimejipea. Nimejipea ndio ni shoot hapa, kwani nitakosana na mimi nijisiu. Anyway, so what you need to understand is have locations permit in order, like when you're shooting in public spaces, when you're shooting in private spaces, make sure you get the relevant permits, relevant permission. Even if you're shooting at your mom's place, just ask your mom for the permission and have it written. Yes. The future holds a lot of things and we are human beings, we are not robots. Yeah, nimesema. Then the other thing that you will need, the other document that you will need to have is a drone license. Of course, nowadays a lot of people shoot with drones, like we want to show the landscape, vitu kama hizo. So you'll need a drone license, a drone filming license from the KCAA. That is a KCAA, that is Kenya Civil Aviation Authority. So when you get your document from there, because they are going to give the drone pilot the license, because the drone pilot are the one who are required to have the license for them to fly a particular drone, or maybe the people who own drones, they need to have the license for them to own that to fly the drone. So basically you will need that document for you to do your aerial filming or aerial photography very comfortably without rubbing shoulders here and there, like with the people unaenda sijuu unaulizwa nini vitu kama hizo. Yeah, it's not very appropriate manze. Sometimes just good to follow the law. Yeah, just follow the law. Usishikwe huku ukizunguka na watu hapa mmejifanya mmejua, mmekuwa drone pilots, mnajua kuendesha, and then tumtafute hiyo ka license. Nika expensive though, but sasa mtadu. Anyway, The other document that you'll need to have when you are filming, before you go to filming, sometimes you might want music, to use music. For example, nasikia kama Bien amenibamba na ile ngoma yake inafiti movie. You don't go just downloading somebody's music and putting it into your movie or putting it into your documentary or content. Make sure you get the right licenses, like the right copyright permits or music rights from the relevant authorities. So for example, hapa Kenya kuna watu wameoniwa na camp, like the Kenya music whatever. Wanaitwa nini? Camp. Kenya artists and music whatever producers. Anyway, I don't know what it means, but write in the comments, like those our camp. So I'm writing here like this is what they mean, the Kenya whatever. So go there, look for music and purchase rights to use. Maybe ask for rights, ask for permission, so that your content is not pulled down, maybe where you're uploading, or you don't get sued by using somebody's music without permission. So again, you can go to those respective record labels you can talk to them to license you some music to use, and have an agreement with them, because maybe unapata, for example, mimi nataka ngoma za watu wa Kaka Empire, so niende Kaka Empire anipige mangoma zake hapo hivyo, mangoma nichague nizilipie for maybe like I buy some rights to use some of the music there, and we move, so that we avoid ile point yenye unataka kuweka music ya mtu yet you've not asked for permission, even from the owners or even from the relevant people who own that music, because the music can be owned by a record label or the artist themselves, or sometimes it can be owned by the maybe that body that protects or covers the artist in this country. So make sure you understand where usiongee na artist. Okay, ukiongea na artist akutume kwenye utaenda kuget hizo the proper documents, because some artists don't know, like hawajui hii music yangu nikipatia huyu msee akuwe na rights to use for his video or for their video, where are they supposed to pay so that I'm going to get my money from there. Usilipe artist direct. Sasa bien kuja kuna hii pesa hapa, nataka kununua rights za ile ngoma yako ya safari nitumie kwa hii video. No, not that direction. Okay, then the other, last but not least, document that you need to have is the insurance. Like, I know you're asking, insurance ya nini? Kwani ni gari? No, you can take insurance for your equipment, especially when you're shooting with high-end equipment, and you protect them from damage, burglary, and maybe kuibiwa tu na just protect your equipment. Then also, sometimes you can also protect your cast and crew from injuries and that are brought about while shooting. Isikuwe eti amegongewa huko nje alafu anarudi kwa set akiwa ameumia alafu namwambia nipeleke hozi. No, like that, wewe uligongewa huko nje, so enda huko nje watakutibu. Anyway, then another insurance you can take is for the whole production. I think this one nilisikia mahali ilikuwa inaitwa surety bond. Like, you can take a surety bond whereby you cover your production in case you're unable to finish. There's an amount that the insurance will be able to give you back to help you finish up your project, because umecover ile production. Unajua sometimes things happen on set. Tunaweza kuwa tumeplan kushoot for 10 days, but day 8 na day 9 kuna nyesha, mvua yenye inanyesha ingine hata unashindwa like mtafanya nini. You can't shoot and you can't change your script because it will affect the flow of whatever you have already shot. So what do? You just have to wait until the weather is good for you to continue shooting. And when you're waiting, you see now you're wasting money. Money is going. Kama ulikuwa umelipia watu transport, accommodation, lunches, nini umebook hizo vitu zote, you see you're affected. So of course you'll need like that kind of protection cover, your insurance, whereby it can be able to come in handy during those moments, during those eventualities. Maybe ile pesa ulikuwa umepanga for tunaita contingency kwa budget haikuwa inaweza tosha kufanya all those things. So because the contingency is not enough for you to cover you all through that whole thing, unapata, so you have to get insurance wa come through wa kusupport manze uweze kukwamuka ufanye movie umalize, si ndio? Yeah, so I think I've mentioned the documents, and please, if you haven't understood where are you getting which document, of course insurance, kama hizo vitu za insurance utaenda kutafuta kwa insurance companies zenye zinaweza kupatia, or go to banks have something called surety bond, they can be able to give you. But now ni unakoa pesa mingi, because if your budget is around 5 million, you give a surety bond of around 3 million. No, it's a money they're going to return, but it's just a bit of putting some cushion to you in terms of in case something happens, they're able to come in and just support you and cushion up your activities. But tunaombaga Mola sana manze, hii project tumeanza tuimalize vizuri. Yeah, anyway, so having said that manze, it's very important like to have some of these documents, if not all of them, but manze, have some of them manze, like filming license, the permits, copyright if you're using somebody else's music. Just make sure that you have these documents in order before you go filming. Some of them can take up to maybe 4 to 6 weeks before you start filming. So unaona process yako ya kupanga pre-production, usiamke tu asubuhi like twende to shoot. Panga hii kitu pole pole vizuri, make sure you find the documents. But for filming license, it's something 2 to 3 days, bora umepeana documents zenye zinahitajika, wanakuprocessia haraka. For location permit ni kwenda tu pale kuongea na mzae, kuongea na huyo msema anakupatia location, sign, weka muhuri, uenda pale kwa lawyer wako agonge muhuri, enda peleka pia. Also, just another document that you need to have, also just have some bit of talent release documents, like let the talent wakupe ruhusa pia kutumia image yao, na you enter with them some contracts ndio uweze usianze tu kushoot na wase like tuna shoot. Yeah, I know myself, like I've shot with a lot of people content, na maybe sijawapatia release form ama sijawa nini, tumefanya passion projects so tunafanya, but I think going forward manze nawapatia hizo release forms manze. I'm giving you release, kama sije kupea release form tupatane nyuma ya tent, ndio hii number. So we have a conversation and then we see how can we help one another, so that because whatever we have done, maybe it's something that sahi make sense because it is very low. Ni kama tu video yangu sahi hamuwatch sana because I make sense sana, but when things will start booming up, then you're like I knew this guy from the time he was making videos with 50 views there. So yeah, so anyway, thank you so much guys for watching, thank you for tuning in, and I'm just excited that you guys have been able to follow until here, and until next time, cheers.